Hi, this is Lori, and this is Peter. Here we are at Heroes Character Rental Service Movie Reviews, and what are we doing today?
We are doing Bad Times at the El Royale.
Bad Times at the El Royale. So this is a movie about, let me see if I have it. Set in 1969, the film follows 6 strangers who are each hiding dark secrets that come to a head one night in a shady hotel on the California-Nevada border. And I have to say, you saw this movie before I did, and like the next day, you just said, I have to see this again.
Yeah.
And I came along with you, and wow, this movie is fantastic.
Yes.
This is a really, really good movie. Jeff Bridges is in it, Dakota Johnson, John Hamm, Nick Offerman has a small role. You also have Chris Hemsworth, Thor himself, is in the movie, which is a surprise, but very pleasant surprise. And who else? Louis Pullman, who is not a known name. Actually, you know who he is? The son of Bill Pullman. He plays the young clerk at the hotel.
Yes.
Yes. So this movie, directed by Drew Goddard and written by him. And I have to say, we were talking about, it's a lot like a Tarantino film, but without ripping Tarantino off. It's somebody has successfully managed to kind of, I won't say emulate his style.
It has his flavor.
It has his flavor. You can see his influence on it, and has been able to build a successful film with his own voice in it. And so it's really, really good. I do want to talk about Drew Goddard, the director and writer of this. He was a writer on television. He did Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is a show that's known kind of being for its writing. Joss Whedon started that show, and it was a revolutionary kind of cult hit in terms of its writing and directing and things like that.
Because I came to that a little bit late because I said Buffy the Vampire Slayer, whatever,
right?
You know, but when I did come to it, I was like, wow, this is really done well.
Yeah. I wasn't. I have a lot of friends who are Buffy fans. I did watch the pilot, the original pilot before the series pilot. It's great and stuff. It's just not my type of television, not my type of show, but you understand the good thing. He's also done Alias. There's that show again. Lost, and Netflix's Daredevil.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's there's a few more. He's done screenplays for Cloverfield, World War Z, and The Martian and stuff. So he's got quite a TV background. So
he's got quite a resume.
Hopping into a movie, it's really just the quality of this film is something else.
Well, I really liked it. I could tell that the set was used in another movie.
Okay.
But really well done. And whoever did these sets.
Oh my gosh,
they look so real.
The cinematography in this film is like, I don't want to come off as a cinematography expert, but this is a movie I was like, I want to see this on a big screen. It's a different effect, I think, seeing it at home. Go see this in a theater, because the sets are so amazingly beautiful. The cinematography is just really gorgeous.
And just some of the things that happen.
And then the movie is just really, really, really good. I do, coming back to being about Tarantino, I did something I usually don't like to do before we do these reviews, and I read an article because I was, when I'm excited about a movie, I want to read more about it. And turns out the Drew Goddard was very much influenced by the Coen brothers too. And I went, oh yeah, I can tell that too. So imagine the Coen brothers meet Tarantino, and this is what you get. So
it was a really good movie. But just to give you a little bit of a hint, the area or the hotel is based in true story.
Yeah, it's based on a real hotel, but the hotel's not called the El Royale.
Right, correct. And it was one that Frank Sinatra used to actually own.
Yes.
And there was actually, because he knew the type of clientele he had, they had secret ways of getting in
Right.
and out of that hotel.
Yeah, the hotel was known for hosting some nefarious people, as well as the tops in the entertainment industry. It is located.
Industry.
There is in the political industry, right? And it is located right smack dab down the center between Nevada and California. And
Right.
the movie uses that as a point to affect the characters too, because what all the characters I think are fighting with between good and evil within themselves, and that
Right.
line down the center of the state represents that.
Right.
And it's all to varying degrees.
Right.
They crossed over that line back and forth. Some more than others. Some.
That's something that I didn't really think about.
Yeah.
But that line is a line that each character crosses back and forth. Not so much the physical line of the California, Nevada, but the line between good and evil.
Right, it's represented a good and evil, heaven and hell. I mean, there are a lot of imagery in this film that reminded me of these are 6 people in hell having to face, who they really are and the decisions they make in life. What are they going to choose when faced with certain situations? Right. And I love movies like this when that challenge people.
It was a really good movie. I would even like to go see it again.
I would too. I've only seen it once, and I'm eager to go see it again.
Yeah, it is all of that. Let's see to try to tell you a little bit about it without telling you anything about it.
Yeah, you don't want to know about it.
Yeah. There are things that, again, you have to see on the big screen because the way this director shot it. The way the editor
even the
put
opening scene is just like,
incredible.
Man, that's a great looking scene. So, you want to see that on the big screen.
The dialogue between a lot of the people was fantastic. There are some things when you're following one character and you're going, that character is an asshole.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, you're going, oh, what a nice person.
You're rooting for that. Yeah. You're thinking, oh, that person's bad. You want everyone to escape from them. And then you do a complete switch later. You're rooting for them, and you don't know anybody's intentions. And not to say everybody has good intentions. Everybody might be doing something bad for good reasons. Might be doing something bad for good reasons. It crosses the line. Right. I mean, and you have the performances. I mean, Jeff Bridges. Does Jeff Bridges does he pick a bad movie? He usually doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think
he's ever in a bad movie. So he's just always in great. When Jeff Bridges is in something, it's going to be.
And I always worry about him on how I see him in things because I always wonder, am I going to think he's the other person?
Yeah.
That he's played.
I never do.
And he's that good of an actor.
Yeah.
That you never see him as the person you might have seen him in another movie as.
I even stopped thinking of him as Jeff Bridges,
Right.
It's kind of fun. I mean, there's a lot of, I want to get to Thor, Chris Hemsworth playing.
Now, that's somebody who I thought, I know he was in Anarchy or something like that.
I'm not sure.
It's a TV motorcycle, Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He actually pumped up for this movie.
Oh, okay. Really?
Because I went back and I saw him. I said, God, he was skinny.
Okay.
So he actually pumped up.
Yeah.
Was really good. But I know him only as Thor.
Thor, yeah.
So I was really worried about his character in this movie. And oh my God.
Yeah.
He is not Thor.
He is not Thor. He is not. Yeah. And you hadn't seen the recent adaptation of Ghostbusters, where he won a lot of critical acclaim for being. He was extremely funny in that movie, and in a way you would never expect. So seeing him in this, and again, he's playing another flavor, another. a whole other character, a whole other thing, and just doing it well.
Did it
damn
really well.
Yeah.
So props to him. I would almost say that, again, we don't know what's coming out or what's, because I know the Academy looks at certain things and stuff like that. And we did see A Star Is Born and thought that those were both very noteworthy performances.
Yeah.
But I could almost say everybody in this movie should be nominated.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
It's
I
really
want to just bring up Cynthia Erivo, who plays Darlene. She's the washed-up backup singer, and this movie takes place in the late '60s.
Right.
So you have the gorgeous style and all that. Plus, you have all the great music of that era as well. And she sings a few songs at fabulous voice. She is a Broadway actress. She's won a Tony Award. So, and she's British. Surprise if you didn't know.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Talk about not hearing an accent at all. So she is fantastic, and I found her she's kind of the heart of this film, and kind of on the spectrum of good to bad that everybody crosses. She tends to be the purest heart, her character. And there's one point in the film, I think, where this movie hinges from being good and turns into great, and it's one of her scenes where she's confronting Chris Hemsworth's character.
Okay.
And I was just so blown away by her and what she said, and I just so related to her point that I thought she was fantastic. So yeah, everybody in this, Louis Pullman as the young clerk who's been wow.
Yeah.
His story in this, his journey, his life journey in this will break your heart.
Yeah, and that's something that you see with all of them. So again, going back to the director, to the writer, to the editor, they really said, "Let me introduce you to this person." And again, there's some people you say, "Oh yeah, well they're just plain like for instance, his character," and then all of a sudden you start seeing
the layers. You get
they
start peeling back the layers and introducing you to you think one person is one thing, and you get you see there's so much more than that.
And one of the things with the Quentin Tarantino, the way they shot it and told the story, it was, here's how this person sees it.
Yeah.
And then they said, now here's how this person sees the exact same thing. And then, here's how this third person saw it. And it's like, wow.
Yeah. And that's what I think the Tarantino influence, it takes from the way he structures things and how he structures his movies.
Right.
It doesn't attempt to do his dialogue, which is good because only Tarantino can do Tarantino dialogue.
Right.
Not even attempted. This guy does his own thing and does a great job. So I'm glad. I'm looking forward to more of his work, and I might go back and watch some episodes of some of his shows that he's been involved with. He is that good, and so.
Yeah, no, he's really good. This is a must-see movie.
I think so. I don't think it's doing that well at the box office, which is really a shame because people are missing out. I don't know. Have you heard anything?
Yeah,
Is it doing pretty good?
Actually, it's now beat out Venom.
Oh, okay.
So
there might be some word of mouth going around because I'm definitely the 5 people who probably going to see it telling everybody, "Oh, that was a great movie."
Right, because this was a movie. The first time I went and saw it, I think there was 6 people in the theater, and then the next time we saw it, we saw it together, and I think
there were a few more. There were more than that, yeah.
Yeah, I think we had to sit apart for that one.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, because there was only 2 or 3 seats left in the whole theater,
and that was a Tuesday night, wasn't it?
Yes.
Or it was a Monday or Tuesday night, which is unusual. So
right.
yeah, so definite. This this is like must see. I would recommend this wholeheartedly.
Right. Don't wait for DVD. Yeah. Don't wait for Netflix. Go see this movie.
This movie, you will
love it.
In a way, this movie reminds me of a stage play, and until you get all these characters together in one place, and you have their personalities and their dramas play against each other, So, and I love stuff like that, and it's just really well handled. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
It really is. Yeah. So, I give this movie a 10.
See it in the theater movie. Yes. Go see it in the theater. So we out.
We out.
We out.